Do you remember Mario Bava's Rabid Dogs? I remember it because Kino released a Blu-ray of it about 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. I kind of liked it. And I know it was one of those movies that kind of really had a bad production, and there's various cuts and alternate things about it, but I liked what I saw on the Kino Blu-ray, which I was kind of surprised when I found out that there is a remake of Rabid Dogs. When it says on IMDb that it's kind of a remake, but trust me, it is a full-fledged remake, I can tell you that. So this is pretty well a full-on remake of Rabid Dogs. Now, I will say this much. If you've not seen it, let me explain things to you. You got these crooks, and they're going to do this like heist thing, and it kind of goes bad. So they end up having to shoot their way out of it. And along the way, they end up having to take some hostages. They take a girl hostage, and then they take a guy hostage who was with his kid. As he's supposed to be sick, she's knocked out throughout the entire time. He has to keep giving her medicine. He gives them the story of what's going on. And you're kind of just really wondering if they're ever going to break free of these guys, or what's going to happen to them. And, of course, the big thing is there's this big twist at the end of it. And if you've seen it, then that's the same twist here. That's not a spoiler. I mean, that's just how it is, because it brags somewhere on here about the ending being like this great, unsuspecting thing. But if you've seen the original, then you know the ending. What they do manage to do here is they do manage to add a little bit more action to it. The characters take a few different steps along the way than they did in the original one. They end up in some different locations, some different predicaments. We get more of a backstory along the way. And I do think the acting is probably better overall, even though maybe the mood from the Bava original was kind of lost a little bit. It's a good film, I think, overall. One issue I did have, and I know that it happens a lot, and I really should probably quit complaining about it because it's not going to change, but when they have their gunfights and stuff here, CGI bullets are used. So if you can get past the CGI splatter and bullet wounds when the action starts, then you'll probably like this one a lot better. This was, like I said, it's IFC Midnight, and it's Scream Factory, and it's Blu-ray, and it's DVD, and it has that pretty shocking ending that if you've not seen the original one, then you're going to dig that, I guess. It's pretty shocking, but I was kind of like, well, I was waiting for it. I just want to see if they stuck to it or if they actually changed it up a little bit, but it's not a bad film. Like I said, it's more maybe action thriller, I guess, than horror, but there's a little bit more action this time around. Not by much, but there's a little bit more action, and there's, of course, suspense and drama, which also plays a big part into the film. And it's well acted. It's a foreign film. You got to read subtitles, but it's still well acted. But we've got the making of Rabid Dogs, which is on the Blu-ray disc only here. We've got interviews with the cast and a theatrical trailer. But like I said, if you have never seen the original Rabid Dogs, and go ahead and just watch this one, because if you're more of a modern type fan, maybe you're going to dig this one a lot better. If you love Bava, and I love Mario Bava, then go get the original one and watch it first. But this one here, I appreciate what they've done. I'm not one of those guys that just hates every remake. I can accept them as long as they're good, and this one's good. So there it is. Like I said, if you want to give it a go, give it a go. It looks good. It's pretty good. It just didn't really change too much, to the point that I kind of, I always knew where things were going, unfortunately, but that's just because I've seen the original and I actually really enjoy the original. But I won't hold that against this one, because there's always that fine line between doing too much different and doing the same thing. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. This one here works for the most part, and I think it's a pretty cool watch if you do want to watch it.